Hello and welcome to Nutrition, Lunch, and Learn. And you are live with SandraRDN, your RDN, where every day I have the pleasure of dishing out your weekly dose of nutrition and wellness news for your mind, your body, and your soul. And I hope that everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody's enjoying the new fall season. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And so, for those who are tuning in live with me, I thank you for taking time out, pausing. Hopefully, you're having lunch so you can rejuvenate for the last half of your day. And for those who are listening to the replay, I thank you for tuning in. And I'm thankful that you take time out of your schedule to listen to the replay. It's important to have a little self-care, a little R&R time, okay? We must take time out of our busy schedules to focus on us a little bit. And so today we are going to talk about figuring out what to eat to lose weight, or that's time consuming. So figuring out what to eat for many people is time consuming, right? And so the solution to freeing yourself from that overwhelm is kind of what we're going to talk about today. And so again, for many people, just figuring out what to eat to lose weight is time consuming, it's exhausting. For some people, it's just puts them in this place, in this mental place. And so today we're going to kind of talk about some solutions to help with that. So October is around the corner, believe it or not. Actually, it is Sunday. And in my opinion, Halloween unofficially begins the holiday season just because of all the candy and all the fun. And pre-COVID, that's kind of when things started kicking off as far as preparing, kind of called the pre-holiday season. And so before you know it, many of us are going to start thinking about New Year's resolutions again. I mean, already. And so majority of us set goals for the new year. It's different for some people. Some call them goals, some call them New Year resolutions, and some people just don't do it at all. Either case, the result is the same, right? You're trying to set a new purpose. You're trying to set a new chapter. You're trying to set a new start for the upcoming year. Okay. And so my goal is to take just one thing off of your plate, And so stay tuned as I reveal that one goal, what that one goal is, and what you can do to not fall into that holiday pit going into 2024. Okay. And so for those who are tuning in, please feel free to say hello to me. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I am going to get my windows open so that I am able to see comments. You all know that I love engagement. I love comments. I love to be able to speak to you in real time. With me, you're on the call and where you're tuning in from, okay? And I think everything is set up here. So thank you for that moment of getting set up. There we go. So we are ready to rock and roll. I need to mute something. I hear myself. There we go. All right. Thank you for that pause there. All right. And so for those who do not know me, my name is Sandra Goltry, and I am a registered dietitian, licensed nutritionist. I'm a certified personal trainer, and more importantly, your accountability partner. I'm a player coach. Okay. So that means I'm in this thing just like you are. Okay. And I teach adults the necessary tools and techniques to break weight plateaus, move towards a healthier relationship with food. That's very, very important. And to effectively control food cravings. Okay. The goal is to build life habits, things that last the long haul, not just for a short period of time, not just for one event or one holiday. So we want to make sure this stuff lasts the long haul. Okay. And so as you're tuning in, please feel free to say hello to me. And so, as you know, I like to ask questions. And so are you ready for the holiday season to begin? Okay. Fall is my favorite season of the year. I love fall, even though I'm not in a city that really has a true fall season. But when I did live in Memphis, I love the fact that I had 4 seasons without the snow. So I really enjoyed that. We had a few ice storms, but not the snow. Big difference. So are you ready for the holiday season to kind of pick back up? Because October is kind of, we already see Christmas stuff in the stores. I saw it Labor Day, actually. So if you are ready, post ready. If you're not, post not ready. It's not really on my radar yet, but for some people it is. Okay. And so Sunday is October 1st. So this means, kind of the holidays. We got more food. We got October kicks off the candy coated madness is what I like to talk about. So I have a fun live that I do towards the end of the month. And then we fellowship in larger numbers. Okay. And it's, in reality, we are in the last quarter of the year, so we are winding down, right? And so, for those who are just tuning in, we are talking about figuring out what to eat, okay, and how to not make that process so time consuming, okay, and what are the solutions for that? And I will look to see if I see any comments. I see a few people tuning in. Let's see here. So I see somebody that said hello. Let me see if I can see. Oh, my mom. Hey, mom. So I'm about to say I knew I saw somebody on there chiming in. So my mom is on the call. Appreciate the support. And so let's talk about some surprising statistics. Okay, let's talk about that. So this surprised me also. So many of my clients, they have some ambivalence, some doubts about losing weight initially, despite the fact that they really want to lose weight. They may have some health concerns, they may have some aches, some pains, they don't feel good. They really want to. They have valid reasons. But once they really opened up and shared why they have this ambivalence, I was really surprised, but yet it made sense. And so here are some of the reasons that some of my clients said that they had doubts about losing weight. One, they had the fear of the attention from looking attractive again. I thought that was pretty interesting. A spouse not fully on board, okay? Not fully on board with them losing the weight, maybe because of number one, all the extra attention. Anxiety about keeping the weight off long term. Now, I know that is a very popular one. People lose it, but then they're frustrated because 3 months later, 6 months later, they gain the weight back. But surprising statistics, right, about having that ambivalence because, oh my gosh, what if I actually do it? How am I going to handle this new me? Okay, so I thought that was really interesting. So if you find that interesting, post as well. But it's real talk, and it's things that we don't really think about or people don't generally share, but I'm so glad that they did. And so what do you think is holding you back? What do you think is holding you back? Is it fear? Is it overwhelmed? Is it unmotivated? Maybe it's a combination. I know one big one is they've tried so many things in the past and they didn't work. So there's fear, or maybe consistency. Like a lot of times people feel like they can't stay consistent with one thing because something happens, whether it's work, whether it's life. So there are a lot of different things that cause people to really not feel like they can do this. But what's missing is having that support. Okay. And that's where I come in, or a dietitian comes in to help you with that support, because losing weight is more than just about food. I like to tell people it's so many things that feed into our food choices and our ability to eat or not to eat. So we have to think about all of that. So from taking the steps that you need to succeed, and once and for all, what is holding you back? Okay. And so for many people, it's overwhelm. I know that happened to me at one point. It was overwhelmed. And then all the lines just kind of get blurred. You find yourself habitual, maybe stress eating, emotional eating, eating for comfort, eating for every reason other than for nutrition or for nourishment. So it's a combination of a lot of things, and dietitians, we are not immune to experiencing that. Okay. And so we have to stay on point. Many of us have to practice what we preach, and we don't always do that. But just know that that's where that player coach thing comes in. We are all in this thing together, okay? And so 2 important questions that I want to ask you, okay? 2 important questions I want to ask. So what were your weight loss goals back in, what were your weight loss goals back in January? Think about where you was in January. What were your goals? And maybe they weren't just weight loss goals, just health in general. And do you remember those resolutions that you set for yourself to get healthier, maybe to lose the same X pounds? Everybody has that same weight that they're trying to lose and that they've been trying to lose for year after year. And then let's fast forward. We're 9, almost 10 months into the year. Have you lost the weight that you hoped for? Are your energy levels higher? Do you feel better? Are you healthier? Whatever the ailments that you wanted to remove or get rid of or resolve back in January, are they gone 9, 2 months later? And if you answer no to any one of these, then trust me, you're not alone. You're not alone. And that doesn't, and it's not too late. It's never too late. Okay. And so I have another question here. Post 1, 2, or all 3. So do that self-assessment of yourself. So where are you? Fast forwarding from January, have you lost the weight you hoped for? So if that's 1, put 1. Are your energy levels any better? If not, put 2. Do you feel healthier? Do you feel better? Do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? If not, all 3. Okay. And again, you are not alone. So that's the beauty of it. you're not alone in this game, but there's no reason to beat yourself up, and there's no reason to feel like you cannot do this. Okay. And so, how do we get back on track? How do we get back on track? How do we make figuring out what to eat not so burdensome? Okay. And so, the good news is there's still time before the end of the year. Okay. And this is where Fuel and Train to the Max comes in as a solution. It's an all inclusive 6-week boot camp, and it combines the power of effective workouts tailored with nutrition to help you to achieve the results that last. Okay. So, you're going to have some nutrition education that goes along with it to help make food work for you, is what I like to say. And so, imagine saying goodbye to the endless cycles of trying to determine why the number on the scale is not budging, or even worse, why you gain the weight back no matter what you do or what you try or what you don't eat or what you eat. Why is the number not moving? Instead, picture yourself embracing this newfound energy, confidence, a healthier body image, and more importantly, a healthier relationship with food. That is important in order to reaching your goals. A lot of times we're in this vicious cycle because we have this unhealthy relationship with food, or a toxic relationship with food. And that's real talk. And so you want to, think about fitting into your favorite clothes again. And I promise that this can happen for you with the right support, with the right program. And what Fuel and Train can do for you is 6 weeks of meal plans, 6 weeks of customized workout rotations that are tailored to your fitness level. So no worries there. 6 live training sessions where I am talking about a different topic every single day. And then we're going to have a group coaching session. So we're going to have the group, and this is an opportunity and a safe environment for you to share your struggles, your challenges, your successes, and where you need support. And that's really what it's all about, to help each other feed off of each other and to support each other. And so your transformation journey starts now. And I'm going to guide you every step of the way, as well as having support from others. And you get ready, and you will leave ready, that struggle behind, and say hello to a brighter future. So check out the details of Fuel and Train to the Max. The doors are still open. I'm actually going live today. I'm excited about that. But even though I'm going live today, it's the first one. So it is definitely not too late. Things are really just getting started. So you're right on board for that. So check it out and take your first step towards that transformation. Okay. And like I said, tonight is day 1. Grab your spot. And I have a few slots left for that first 7. If you want to get the opportunity to have a one-on-one session with me, then we can make that option available to you. Okay. Because we want to, actually, I like to make that available. So that's definitely an option that could be made available to you. All right. So that is one of the things that you can do to take that burden off of yourself as far as trying to figure out what to eat. You got to have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have to know what is, in order to kind of know what to make that process easier for you. Okay. And so one of the messages that I hope that you take away today is that it's never too late to get back on track. Health goals, weight goals, exercise goals, life goals. It's never too late to get back on track. And don't beat yourself up and hit the rewind button on what you didn't do or should have did or could have did. We want to move forward. As long as you don't give up, then your goals are achievable. And with the right support and guidance, anything is possible. You just have to believe in yourself. Okay. And so check out the details of Fuel and Train to the Max. And basically, it's an opportunity to unlock critical thinking, nutrition outside, or critical nutrition insights, and expanding your food palette so you're not afraid to eat certain foods. So there's a wide variety of foods out there for you to eat. Gain discipline and control over your food cravings. That's a big one. Improve sleep. That is so important. Improve your sleep, your energy, your overall health. It's all of that stuff ties together. We don't really think about sleep and weight loss and food cravings, but they go together hand in hand. Jumpstart your weight loss without feeling deprived and actually enjoying the foods that you are eating. Okay. And learn how to make meal prepping easy. Okay. It's a way to make it easy, time consuming, and saves you a lot of money in the long run. Okay. And so don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions or anything about Fuel and Train to the Max. Okay. And I am going to put the URL. Let me put the URL in here so that you all can click on it, because I know you cannot click on banners. So let me put this out here for you. And this concludes what I have for today. And so I will continue to watch the thread. And if any questions come up, I am here to answer them. Let's see here. There we go. I got that out there and I'm excited. And so thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you tuning in live with me, and tune in for next week's Lunch and Learn, same time, same place. and blessings to each and every one of you. And as I see people tuning in, so definitely post if you have questions on Fuel and Train to the Max. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye and be blessed.